welcome in. I'm your host, Anthony, and this is the Super Heroclix channel. Now, in honor of the Jurassic World movie that's coming out on July 2nd of 2025, I wanted to shoot this quick dino-themed video. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely grew up and went through a little bit of a dinosaur phase myself, watching the Jurassic Park movies. And I think it's really cool that they brought that back with the Jurassic World movies. They're starting to get a little bit crazy, kind of like a Fast and the Furious franchise or something like that. I am looking forward to that crossover maybe someday when, Dominic Toretto has to team up with the Tyrannosaurus Rex for some reason. But in the meantime, I thought it would be cool to do a top 5 dinosaur Heroclix. So what I actually did is I polled the community, and this top 5 list is what the people have voted for, with the exception of number 5 on our list. At the time, it was tied, so I had to go in and make an executive decision on who I was going to put at number 5. So, without further ado, let's get to Clixin'. Big Tony's Top 5. Number 5. Starting off our list is Aquanex. His first trait, Jurassic League, is a trait that he shares with all the other Dino-sized League members. This lets him use Quake as free after landing an attack. His next trait, Matilda, says at the beginning of the game, generate a Matilda bystander max 1. Friendly characters with giant or colossal symbol can use Mastermind, but only to target Matilda. This bystander is pretty great. Matilda has Force Blast and Perplex, so she'll be able to boost up your dinos, and adds a layer of protection by allowing them to mastermind damage to her. His attack power, the Savior of the Waves, gives him Blade Claw's Fangs, and when Aquanex hits an opposing character, after resolutions you may generate a water terrain marker in each square Aquanex and the hit character occupy. So, when you hit, you add water terrain in Aquanex's squares. This, paired with the dolphin symbol, will make it so opposing characters can target him only if they are within 4 squares. Last, his special defense power, Matilda, not again, says stop, invulnerability. When this click is first revealed, after resolutions, generate a Matilda bystander max 1. This will help Aquanex stick around longer, making him very hard to KO. His keywords are Atlantis, Justice League, Animal, Herald, Past, Ruler, and Warrior. So let's get into some critical hits. He has multiple starting lines, giving you flexibility for team building. He can get multiple attacks off with the Jurassic League trait. He has at least one stop click on each starting line. He can generate a bystander who can tank damage and use Perplex. And he has some great keywords, specifically Animal, Herald, Past, Ruler, and Warrior. Next, let's get into some critical misses. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot. The first one is he's still going for around $40 on eBay, which isn't super expensive, but also not the cheapest. The second is that he's a colossal, so he can't be equipped normally. Now, let's go over some notable pairings. There are quite a few, but the good thing is, most of these apply to everyone on the list, so we're only going to need to go over some of them just once. One of the gods from next phase. These are some great options for all the Jurassic League dinos. Since they are colossal, they can't normally be equipped. However, they can be chosen to become the avatar of one of the gods. Plus, they actually pair better with Aquanex than any of the other ones on our list, since he has the Herald keyword. So, they are able to be assigned to Aquanex without paying their cost. You could choose Amit for Steel Energy and Poison, Conchu for Probability Control and Stealth, or Tarret for Outwit and Support. Next up is Gaia from Black Panther. This figure also works perfectly with most of the colossal dinos on this list. Once again, being colossal, he is not allowed to be equipped normally. However, since he has the animal keyword, you could choose him to become Gaia's avatar without paying her cost. First off, her Mother Nature trait makes all lines of fire drawn to him hindered, meaning he will have a +1 to his defense against most ranged attacks. Next, at the end of each turn, he will get to heal 1 click. The only downside is when he clears, he will have to take 2 unavoidable damage. However, this should rarely happen, if ever, since he has colossal sized willpower on 3 through 6. Next, Poseidon from Masters of Time. This is a great option to add to your sideline. His trait, from Olympus, Poseidon Tsunami, says sideline active. Once per game, when a friendly character uses Quake, if all squares within 1 square of them are water terrain, that character may use exploit weakness, improved targeting through characters, and giant reach of 6 for the attack. If they do, if Poseidon is on the map, they instead deal 3 damage to each hit character. This is an easy sideline add for Aquanex, or really any of the Jurassic League dinos, since they can use Quake for free if they hit. You could potentially do a Super Quake, dealing all opposing characters within 6 squares penetrating Quake for free. Next is Khazar from Avengers Forever. This is really the last notable pairing that we're going over that can be applied to most of the dinos on this list. Khazar's special trait, one with the Savage Land, makes it so when Khazar uses a move action, after resolutions he could choose a friendly character who shares a keyword with him to move up to half their speed value without taking a costed action. This is a great way to get some extra movements for some of your main attackers. And the last notable pairing I want to go over for Aquanex is Falcon and Redwing from Black Panther. If you're running an animal themed team, this might be a great character to add to your team, specifically for the second part of his first trait, Nothing We Can't Do Together. It says, if Falcon and Redwing is part of a themed team, when a friendly bystander would be KO'd, you may roll a d6. On 4 through 6, place the bystander adjacent to Falcon and Redwing instead. If you roll good enough, this could be a great combo for Aquanex's Matilda bystander, ensuring she can keep on coming back. Number 4. Coming in at number 4 is the Green Torque. He also has a Jurassic League trait. His second trait is what makes him unique among the giant dinos though. Green Lantern of Earth 27. This trait allows him to be assigned an equipment as if he were a standard character, even though he's a colossal. His special speed power, protecting the jungles from evil, gives him Charge Flurry, but only on his first 3 starting lines. Last, his special defense power, Hold On to Your Butt, comes in handy, giving him a stop click and toughness on his lowest starting line to make sure he can tank at least 1 attack. His keywords are Green Lantern Corps, Justice League, and Past. So let's get into some critical hits. First off, he has multiple starting lines, allowing for some great team building. He could possibly get 3 attacks off between his Flurry and his Jurassic League trait. He can be equipped unlike other colossals because of his special trait. And he has the Green Lantern team ability, allowing him to carry up to 8 characters regardless of size since he is a colossal. Next, let's get into some critical misses. He's not the easiest piece to get because he's still going for around $60 on eBay. And he doesn't get to start off with his special speed power on his 50-point starting line. And last, he has no animal keyword, which just seems a little strange since all the other Jurassic League members have that keyword. Now let's get into some notable pairings. Number 1, the Green Lantern Ring. He could equip this without paying its cost since he has the Green Lantern keyword. This gives him a +1 to his willpower roll. Paired with his colossal size, this would give him willpower on 2 through 6, so he should really never have to clear. The Green Lantern ring will also allow him to generate green constructs for free. Next is the Broadsword construct. He would get to equip this without paying its cost also, since he has the Green Lantern keyword. This will give him blades, claws, fangs, and allow him to use it as a ranged attack. Next, he will also get to modify his defense by +1. Third, one of the gods from next phase. Same reason as we mentioned with Aquanix, except you're gonna need to pay their cost to choose him as one of their avatars. And last, Poseidon from Masters of Time, for the same reason as we mentioned with number 5 on our list. Number 3. Stomping his way into number 3 on our list is Ultra Humanite. This character is much more of a behind-the-scenes dino and really a great team player. Starting off with this trait, Controlling Dinosaur Island, it says when establishing themed teams, friendly characters with the animal keyword gain the Time Stealer's keyword. Power. Choose up to 2 friendly characters with the animal keyword and move them up to 3 squares. So, right off the bat, we have some keyword shenanigans going on here with animal keyworded characters gaining the Time Stealer's keyword. But being able to position some friendly characters is what really makes him great. His second trait, Bringing Down the Allied Force, can possibly throw off your opponent's strategy by making it so opposing characters can't carry more than 1 character. Last, his special speed power, Dinosaur Remote, works well with his first trait. It reads, Mind Control. When Ultra Humanite uses it, he may target opposing characters adjacent to 2 or more friendly characters with the animal or Time Stealer's keyword, regardless of range or line of fire. This is kind of crazy. Being able to target a character from across the map is usually pretty good. His keywords are Injustice League, Secret Society of Supervillains, Time Stealers, Animal, Past, and Scientist. So let's get into some critical hits. Number 1, he has 3 different starting lines, giving you some flexibility for team building. He gives animal keyworded characters the Time Stealer keyword, so you're going to be able to make some pretty fun Time Stealer themed teams with him. Third, he can help you position your friendly characters with the animal or Time Stealer's keyword. He also potentially has map-wide mind control. And last, he is a great counter for teams that rely on taxis like the Green Lantern team ability. Next, some critical misses. He's still going for quite a bit on eBay, usually around $60 or $70. And he's kind of soft at his low dial. Next, some notable pairings. Supernova from Masters of Time. For every character that has the Time Stealer's keyword, you add +1 to your initiative roll. So, since Ultra Humanite gives animals the Time Stealer keyword, you could actually make a pretty solid team and potentially guarantee you get to go first, depending on how many characters you add to your team. And the next 4 are ones we actually already went over when covering number 5 on our top 5 list. Those are one of the gods from Next Phase, Gaia from Black Panther, Poseidon from Masters of Time, and Khazar from Avengers Forever. Number 2. Coming in as our runner-up is the Dino of Steel Super Sword. This is a dinosaur that is a great team player and packs quite a punch. He has a special team-up card that gives him a trait called Protecting Prehistory. At the beginning of the game, if all friendly characters have the Jurassic League trait, you may choose a friendly character. If that character's next highest point value is no more than 50 points higher than their current point value, then turn them to their next starting line. That becomes their new starting line and point value. What a crazy power. If you decide to run a Jurassic League team, that means you could upgrade one of your dinosaurs to their next starting line without paying for it. Next, he has a Jurassic League trait that he shares with all the other Dino-sized League members. This lets him use Quake as free after landing an attack this turn. Or if you decide to run him on a team with smaller characters, his next trait, Defender of Metropolis, lets him use Defend, and he can use Support as free on smaller characters. Last, his special speed power, Punch You into Space and Back to Earth, says charge but do not have speed. Free, place Super Sword adjacent to an opposing character he knocked back at least one square this turn. Then make a close attack targeting that character. A full charge with Giant Reach and 2 attacks is pretty nasty. Here are some critical hits. He is an alpha attacker, potentially being able to attack 3 times between his special speed power and Jurassic League trait. He has multiple starting lines, allowing for some good flexibility with team building. He has full movement charge. He can use support as free on characters that are smaller than him. And he has Defend traded. Here are some critical misses. He's currently going for around $80 on eBay, so he's a little bit on the expensive side. And he has low defensive stats on his lower starting line, making him an easy character to take out. And last, our notable pairings are pretty easy for this one. They are the same 4 that were mentioned for Aquanex. One of the gods from Next Phase, Gaia from Black Panther, Poseidon from Masters of Time, and Khazar from Avengers Forever. Now before we get to number 1 on our list, we have 2 honorable mentions. Number 1, Beast Boy. Unless I'm forgetting one, this might be the best Beast Boy sculpt of all time. On his own, he's actually pretty good, but his ability to have other Beast Boys transform into him is what makes him very cool. The other dinos just edge him out of the top 5. Our second honorable mention is Spider-Rex. Everyone likes dinosaurs, and everyone likes Spider-Man. Add an awesome sculpt and you have a crowd winner. This guy isn't just all looks though. He actually has some pretty decent mobility and is knocking people back through free quakes and super senses. He almost makes the top 5. The other dinos just barely keep him out. Number 1. Speeding his way into number 1 on our list is the fastest dino alive, Flash Raptor from Masters of Time. Starting off with his trait Jurassic League, this allows him to potentially get off an extra attack every turn, getting to use Quake as free. Paired with the precision strike he has, on every starting click you will always be able to deal at least 1 damage from your Quake. His next trait, Bro, allows adjacent friendly characters to modify their defense by +1 if they share a keyword with Flash Raptor, making it that much harder for your opponent to actually hit you. Now, a Flash isn't really a Flash if he doesn't have hypersonic speed, right? This dino is no exception. His special speed power, I've got you bro, says hypersonic speed. When Flash Raptor uses it, after resolutions, choose a friendly character that Flash Raptor moved through that took damage since your last turn and place him adjacent to Flash Raptor. This could be a great way to bring an extra attacker with Flash Raptor across the map or to help you get your team out of a bad situation. Last, his special defense, almost got me bro, grants Flash Raptor super senses on a 4 through 6. That, paired with the shape change he has for most of his dial, is going to make him hard to hit. Let's get into some critical hits. Number 1, he has 4 different starting lines, so he has tons of versatility to add him to many different teams. Number 2, he has access to all of his special powers throughout his entire dial. He has 2 rollouts, super senses, and shape change on all of his starting clicks. He can attack you twice a turn. He can place characters through his special ability. And he has full map reach. Not to mention, he also modifies friendly characters' defenses by +1 if they share a keyword. Here are some critical misses. He's still going for quite a bit, around $60 on eBay. He has no reducers at all, and he has low defensive stats. Here are some notable pairings. This is pretty simple too, it's just the same 4 that we've mentioned a few times before, namely, one of the next phase gods, Gaia from Black Panther, Poseidon from Masters of Time, or Khazar from Avengers Forever. So that wraps up this episode of the Super Heroclix channel. As always, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the list. If you don't agree with it, or if you think one of your favorite dinos were snubbed, comment below who you think should have been on this list and why. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that does help the channel grow a whole lot. And until next time, keep on clixing.